That's what it is when you treat autistic people the way that you do. We're going to call it racism. We are the master race. Autistic people are the master race. We're smarter than you. That's as simple as it really is. We're smarter than you. Do you like that? That's the way you fucking treat us. Like you guys are superior to us because we're different. You're not broken. Your cruelty is what breaks people. Your sexism, this idea that if a disabled male is a male, then because they're males, that their disabilities magically don't exist. Well, that ain't the case. When you go out of your way to let someone be abused, you go out of your way to talk over them and literally make everything about you. When you say that you will help someone, when you say that you are about changing it, for who? You won't stop talking about you. There are other victims other than you. When you say that you are going to help somebody else who is a victim, shut up about you. Now, of course, I got a bunch of information that I know about this lady. And she has literally gone out of her way to show me that she does not understand the English language. That if it is an autistic person, she is going to assume mental retardation and just continue talking to me like I'm retarded. Now, I sent her the information so that she would stop trying to push me to commit suicide. That's literally all she has done. But her stereotypes, i.e., racism towards us, is my biggest block with her. She won't shut up. She says she understands and then shows that she doesn't. She says that I can help her to understand her autistic son. No, I can't. No, I can't. Because you already think you fucking know it all. No matter what I say, you make it about you. All right? You have any idea how many times in the last 3 days you have told me that the 144,000 that are going to heaven are autistic people? How the fuck does that help me? First of all. Second of all, how does saying it literally over 100 times help? I mean, that's one of the things that she is on repeat. That is one of the things that she is a broken goddamn record about. It's kind of like when people tell me that I owe this to the Jews and I owe that to the Jews because evangelicalism. Well, fuck it. I don't owe the Jews anything. Oh, but they're God's chosen. Oh my God. According to who? Even evangelical people can't agree on that. It's like trying to figure out what that green shit is in bird shit. Well, I'm going to tell you a secret. The green stuff in bird shit is bird shit. It's more bird shit. Don't matter what color it is, it's bird shit. What's that white stuff in bird shit? More bird shit. when every time I try to explain to you how autism is used to harm me, you harm me by completely and totally disrespecting me, by talking over me to tell you that you already know about autism. No, you don't. No, you don't. And you certainly don't know about me because you can't stop talking about how much you know long enough to listen and actually learn. Between your fucking ignorance and the truth, you think if you keep on throwing it at me, your ignorance and racism, that somehow that will magically make you right. No. No matter how many times you tell me that I should be a millionaire because I'm Jewish, you don't stop to consider that that's fucking racism. It doesn't register in your head that that is racism. It doesn't register in your head that telling me over and over again that I'll be one of the 144,000 to go to heaven, and that the 144,000 who are going to heaven are autistic people, and the Bible says autistic people and blah, blah, blah. No, it fucking doesn't. I've read the Bible. I've read the Bible. Your gross reinterpretation based on your schizophrenic tendencies is not the fault of any autistic person. It is no autistic person's fault that you're a piece of shit who is selfish and only cares about you. The victims need to lift each other up. Now, here's the thing with Caitlin Edwards. She doesn't try to lift me up. She talks over me, showing me she does not care to do anything but talk. When I answer a question of hers, and she literally asks the same question over and over and over again as if I am too fucking retarded to understand what she was fucking asking, then she needs to shut the fuck up and leave. When I need you to understand how I am being abused and why, you arguing with me about my disabilities shows you have zero respect for me. You don't give a shit about me. What matters to you is your racism. You pushing your racism. I'd call it prejudice, but if we call it prejudice, oh, prejudice is fine. Prejudice is fine. Racism is wrong and sexism is wrong. What you're doing is sexist too. It's sexist. Why is it that you believe that you are allowed to interrupt me nonstop, showing me that you're not hearing what I'm saying? And then it's my fault that you didn't fucking hear me because you were busy talking, right? You were busy telling me for the 30th, 50th, 80th, 100th, who knows how many fucking times you wanted to tell me about that 144,000 people are autistic who are going to heaven. 144,000 people are autistic, they're going to heaven. Those 144,000 people, according to the Bible, are going to heaven. Meanwhile, I'm having to hear the same gun-toting excuses. Now, the things that they're saying, I've said on my channel. So, how is it wrong for them to say it, but not wrong for me to say it? It is wrong when I say it. That's the point. That's the fucking point. I shouldn't have to be a fucking hypocrite to you for you to realize what a fucking hypocrite you're being. Instead of finding out about the victim, getting to know the victim, you are busy talking about you and your case and your situation while claiming that you're being a voice for the voiceless and you're trying to change it for all of us. No, you're not. You're absolutely not. Only your voice matters. Then you want to tell me how you have to do it all yourself and that you understand? No, you don't. You are a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl. You are a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl. You feel that you are entitled to be heard and that nobody else is. And you are showing that. You are also showing that while you want to talk about the law, you don't want to look up the laws. When you want to tell me that something is wrong, you're talking to the peanut gallery. I didn't tell you about the crimes committed against me for you to verify for me that it's against the law. I already know it's against the law. I've already looked it up. When you want to pour another resource list at me, are you going to call any of these places? I can't believe that you're going to, because all you have done is argue and waste my time and waste my resources. Mine. Now, I told you about the situation with Stephanie Larkin. You didn't want to fucking listen to understand. You wanted to make it about you. All right, well, we're making it about you now. Kandace, we are making it about you. Why is it that you feel that as a Southerner, that it is okay to be a racist asshole? You hold prejudice and bias against disabled people, and you show that very loud and clear. You have no respect for disabled people. You have no respect for men. Your gun-toting buddy, who just wants to talk about fucking shooting people, saying the American people need to rise up and use their Second Amendment. You want to literally tell me over a dozen times, probably closer to 36 times, about how America hasn't had a real judge since 1789. America hasn't had a real judge since 1789. America hasn't had a real judge since 1780. Holy fuck, I heard you the first 100 times. How many times are you going to tell me that? How about shut the fuck up and listen to the victims? Stop making it about you. If we are going to help you, then we need to be able to separate it into the time to actually help you. But you're not going to keep appointments. You are not going to take the situation seriously. You are not going to learn about autism. You are not going to look at evidence. What you're going to do is continue to talk down to me like I am retarded. That is all you have done, Kandace Edward. And of course, you want to talk about separation of church and state, and then you want to push your God, push your God, push your God. No, you keep your Nazi bullshit to yourself. I don't make your missing daughter about my penis, okay? I don't. Your daughter's not missing, she was taken from you. I have helped to get a lot of children safe from people like you. If your son is autistic and he is in your household, you are not going to listen to him. You are going to push him to commit suicide by talking over him. He doesn't matter. Only what you have to say matters. Meanwhile, instead of getting to understand the situation, you want to continually talk over me over and over and over again, nonstop, about your assumptions of autism, your racism. You want to talk about how we're all smart. No, we're not all smart. Not every Jew owns a bank. Not every autistic person has an IQ of 172. Not every male is in physical working condition. And not every man owes it to you to drop all of their shit to listen to you, especially when you were going to help them. Now, this lady, Kandace Edwards, I'm pretty sure that she was a friend of mine before over the Natalie Bollinger case. And she's one of the people I told to go away. She claims that she's not. I'll have to go back through the screenshots. I don't have the ability. I had 2 days to try to get help. She could not stop talking long enough to understand the help that I needed. She was too busy talking over me like I'm too fucking retarded to know the English language. Too busy making assumptions about my mental retardation. I literally have to say the same thing to her over and over again for her to literally not hear it. Then, of course, instead of listening to me, what she wants to do is a whole bunch of typing and a bunch of messaging with other people. So while I was telling her my story, what did she do? She fucking muted me. When you say that you can multitask, and then you do that, and then you show that you literally did not comprehend anything that came out of my face, no, you cannot fucking multitask. When somebody has disabilities that prevent them from doing something, treating them like shit because you're able to do it is not fucking okay. It's a fucked up thing to do. It is dismissive as shit. In addition, with that whole borderline multiple personality disorder, I have to look that one up. Never heard of it. I've heard of borderline personality disorder. I've heard of multiple personality disorder. I'm not sure what borderline multiple personality disorder is, but it sounds like schizophrenia to me. Sounds to me like somebody who has a severe mental illness. Severe. If you have multiple personalities, that is very severe. That is a lot closer to being delusional and schizophrenic than autism by a long shot. But this lady has got it in her head that I'm retarded because autism means retardation. She treats me like I'm a retard and then wants to use this, what do they call it? Positive stereotypes? No, it's not a positive stereotype. Your assumptions are blankets. It's racist. Just like not every Jew owns a fucking bank, not every autistic person is a fucking retard. When you want to talk about separation of church and state and you want to push your Jesus non-goddamn stop, you take a look at the way that you have abused Jesus' name through all this. Between actually helping and deferring to Jesus, you defer to the Jesus. Between learning about autism and autistic traits, you want to tell me how you already know because you've got your own educational stuff. Really? Because you're fucking selling wives' tales at me and you believe this shit because you're a fucking moron. You can't fucking listen to the victim. It's what you want to do. Only the help you want to provide. Meanwhile, that help isn't going to help you either. So why the fuck would you shove that Nazi bullshit on me? Oh, we're all intelligent and the 144,000 going to heaven are all autistic. Jesus fuck. Can we please not? Can we please focus on the task at hand? Can we please focus on something other than tarot like Stephanie Larkin's into? When you believe that the Illuminati had a part in your birth, that's a red flag. When you talk over the victim nonstop and only talk about yourself, that is a red flag. When your assumptions you want to keep throwing at me like a monkey with a handful of shit, and you literally have access to the evidence. You literally can take a look at it. It's literally got Cliff's Notes attached to it, so you know what's in there. And literally you will not look. You will argue about looking. So in 3 days' time, all we have done is, well, Kandace Edwards trying to push me to suicide by literally letting me know she doesn't give a holy fucking goddamn about me. She just wants to run her fucking mouth. Why don't you understand that when I am telling you about autism and about autistic traits, that maybe you should listen instead of deferring to Jesus and the 144,000. Jesus and the 144,000. Meanwhile, her friend wants to talk about shooting people and how he's got a media company out of Missouri and a bunch of other stuff. But instead of hearing what I was saying, it was both of them talking over me at literally the same time. You're not hearing the victim. Now I have to try to find a place where I will have internet access, where hopefully I won't be victimized or pulled over on the way there. Hopefully the person who owns such and said environment will allow me to do what I have to fucking do because people like this exist. Selfish pieces of crap. If she wants her daughter back, only under strict fucking supervision. If you've got borderline personality disorder, you are extremely likely to do what Mandy Hughes does, or Mandy Singer. Make it all about you and not shut the fuck up. Your daughter's missing? Well, go fucking find her. She's not missing. She was taken. I read the articles. The way that they said it versus what you're telling me don't line up. No, I don't believe you. I am more likely to believe the police in this situation. I am more likely to believe that you are somebody who would harm your own child than believe what you're telling me. You tried to tell me that somebody that you were trying to do a favor for, you cashed a check for them. No. According to the details, you signed somebody else's name. You used someone else's name. That is not the same as cashing the check for somebody. That's not the same as doing somebody a favor. That's fraud. At least when I break the law, I admit I broke the law. Now, in those articles, it doesn't go into detail about all the things in your life that have happened since. And we could have focused on that. We could have taken the time to actually focus on that. But you couldn't take the time to actually listen. When I thought you were listening, it turned out you didn't hear a word I had to say. When you can't control your emotions well enough to shut the fuck up and listen to the victim, you are literally pushing them to suicide. When I send you that information so that you will understand how hurtful you're being, what is the first thing you do? You do the thing that is hurtful over and over and over and over again. Oh, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you. I need help stopping abuse. If you're going to tell me about your shit, but you're not going to listen to mine, or you're going to talk over me, and then you want to yell at me because you're not being heard, you're literally showing me that you are not listening to a word that I say. It's all about you. That is not help. That is not lifting up others. When you are literally going out of your way to take offense to the fact that I am sending you evidence that what you are doing pushes people to fucking kill themselves. And why? And instead, what you want to do is treat me completely like shit. No. No matter what, you are always going to deflect to the Jesus, pretend like you already know everything. After throwing wives' tales at me, you will not allow me to tell you how it really is for us, because your assumptions and your vagina make you right, apparently, in your own head. Let me tell you something, Stephanie. Sorry, not Stephanie. Kandace. Rand Ingersoll was beating on them kids in Rawlins, Wyoming. She was beating on them. So I told on Rihanna, and the cops wouldn't listen, and she kept on fucking hurting them. I was there to try to get help, turning in crimes against me. Things that she knew plenty about because she was involved in the situation. Oh, but she's dead now. I've got her voice recorded on my channel. Not that it fucking matters, because it's all about you, isn't it? I'm sorry that Stephanie Larkin thought that helping me was pawning me off on a piece of shit like you. If I tell you something pushes me to suicide and you go out of your way to do it over and over and over again, you are complete and total trash. A small person with a huge voice, huh? That's right, you're going to talk over all the other victims. That's not helping them at all. That's being a fucking shitty excuse for a human being. If you're just gonna talk over me and insinuate everything must be my fault because I'm a fucking retard, apparently, well, you know what? I can do the same to you. In texting and typing, obviously you take everything wrong. Obviously, when it comes to a conversation, you're going to domineer it. When it comes to somebody who's an at-risk adult being abused, that's not a conversation. That's where you need to fucking listen to them and not interrupt them non-fucking stop about your own personal bullshit and your stupid assumptions.